been problematic to our witnesses.
No, Chairperson.
Once witnesses sit on that chair,
No, Chairperson. I really wanted to see a specialist, but I was afraid that they'd book me off from work. And I don't want anybody thinking that I'm ducking this committee, which is kind of the narrative out there. So I'm here through the pain. So just excuse my animation with my arm, and it is really sore.
I want you to look at Honorable James and
Honorable James, I do
and
apologize.
withdraw an apology.
And I withdraw. Thank you, Chairperson.
Okay.
Honorable Adams, I accept your apology. So that is my view, Honorable Adams, on the constitutional delinquent. I may not agree with everything that he has said, but I can tell you what General Kwanazi did on the 6th is appreciated by me and by many South Africans. Do you think that based on what I've just highlighted to you, do you find no value? Do you see any value in what he did on the 6th?
Can I respond?
Yeah, you may.
I find no value in what he did. If Khumalo is not arrested, if the National Commissioner is not up for arrest, he doesn't call that press conference. That constitutional delinquent demands that I get locked up for laying cases of corruption, for alleged misdeeds. He wanted me to look the other way. This is what makes him a constitutional delinquent, not my opinion, not what you and I think. The fact of the matter is he wants me to look the other way. He's not heard of the MIS Act. You see, that constitutional delinquent, people forget about the Louis Vuitton bag and the inflated bulletproof vest. People forget the fact that he's the worst performing provincial commissioner in the history of our democracy. People talk him out to be some type of hero. He is no hero. More people die in KZN because of police bullets than anywhere else in this country. More money is wasted in KZN than in any other province.
Thank you. You've responded.
But I'd like to qualify my statement properly.
But it's fine.
Okay, you can continue eulogizing him. It's fine. In South Africa, we worship flops.
You say South Africa, we worship what?
Flops, Chairperson, flops.
Oh, Honorable Sols, do you agree with that statement?
General Mkwanazi is a hero with hope.
No. I want you to tell him that in South Africa, the God we worship never fails us.
The God we worship never fails.
Never fails us.
I will retract you. Chairperson,
Which God is he referring?
He says we worship flops.
Chairperson,
Well, I don't worship flops.
let me, Chairperson, in your benevolence, let me follow your lead and your wisdom and retract that statement. Thank you, Chairperson.
Honorable Adams, luckily we had some time between your testimony and today's questions. Do you have any evidence of the members, the PKT members that were staying at the hotel that you mentioned, that's paying 10,000 Rand instead of 1,000 Rand? Do you have any evidence?
What do you think the oyster box in Mhlanga costs?
I'm asking you, you made an allegation and you said that
It
there are
has been-
PKT members staying. This was at your previous, when you came here and you testified.
It has been confirmed that the PKT stays at either Mhlanga Rocks or the oyster box in KZN.
No.
We
We
call,
can't say, I'm saying specifically, you mentioned the
But you're
hotel
not
that they
letting
are
me talk.
staying.
can I talk?
But you are derailing, Mr. Adams.
No, I'm trying to get to my point, Honorable James. You speak for 5 minutes, you want me to respond in 5 seconds. Can the math, please? Please.
Honorable Adams, you're not going to eat into my time.
But I'm not ending you.
I'm really
You
being
ending
very
my-
patient with you.
No,
Honorable
no, no,
Adams, I put it to you
no,
that
no,
the
no.
last
You're
time.
not going to talk to me like I'm Kat Matlala.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh,
because Fadiel
oh,
Adams go.
Whoa,
Because
whoa,
Fadiel
whoa,
Adams
whoa.
go. There's a difference here.
Eh.
There's a difference here. You're not going to go screaming.
Oh,
Because I'm going to.
oh.
So I'm not sure why you're
Honorable-
so defensive today.
Honorable James and
I'm
Honorable
asking
Adams.
you why, because I'm trying to get
There you
you
go,
a set
screaming
of
again.
questions,
No.
refusing to answer.
Honorable James. Wait.
The only woman that screams at me is the one I sleep with.
Wait.
Not screaming at you.
Wait. Do you want us to take a break?
No, you
Eh?
calm down.
No.
You calm down.
I have not allowed you to speak, either of you. Honorable James,
Archie.
May you please switch off your microphone? The two of you come from this province, isn't it? You come from Gauteng, both of you. Hmm?
I am from Lavendale, Chairperson, 7945 up the road here.
In the Cape Flats.
Yes, Chairperson, where legends are born.
Honorable James comes from the same place.
No, I think she's from Elders, Chairperson. But she can answer that. Don't let me answer for her. No, but I want before I get accused of.
No, you said she will answer.
That's what I'm saying. She can answer.
Honorable James, you come from this province.
Proudly from Eldorado Park, Gauteng.
Oh. And then Honorable Adams, you come from
Western Cape, Cape Town, Chief.
So when we are here, you are our host.
Okay, Chairperson.
Can you be a good host to us and show us the receptiveness of the people of the Western Cape?
Chairperson, you know the culture of the Western Cape, Chairperson, is to be a reflection of what stands before you.
Yeah,
So Chairperson, I did not raise my voice once. I mean, I get screamed at you like I'm in grade 3.
Can you show us your warmth and the receptiveness
Chairperson,
of the people of the Western Cape?
But the people of the Western Cape don't allow them to get talked down to or screamed at, Chairperson. That's not in our culture.
No. Are you able to do that?
I can try my best, Chairperson, but you know what?
You are talking to me.
It's reciprocal, Chairperson.
You are not talking to Honorable James.
No, Chairperson,
you
but
are talking
100%, my leader, my benevolent Chairperson.
Are you able to show us the warmth?
But Chairperson, it's reciprocal. It has to come from both
To
sides.
make us feel the warmth and
Chairperson.
show us the receptiveness
We got ourselves a game.
of
Okay.
the people of the Western
No
Cape.
problem, Chairperson.
Honorable James, we are visitors in this province. It's not our province of origins. Can we also demonstrate that we are visitors in this province? Because the two of you, the way you are engaging, you are engaging like you come from the same township. You are used to the Popesal dance language.
I'm going to take great offense on what you were saying. Don't paint
Point
us
of order, Chair.
the same brush. That's not right.
Point of order, Chair.
I'm extremely patient with Mr. Adams. I'm actually trying to paint a picture here. I understand his frustration. But if you don't say the things that Mr. Adams wants to hear, you have him behaving like that. I understand where he comes from, but I'm allowed to my view and my opinion. But this platform is not about our views and our opinions. It's about bringing facts. It's about bringing evidence.
Yes, I'm trying to calm both of you.
Chairperson.
I have been
And
calm.
I wanted you to understand that the two of you,
This is not going to end well.
the two of you cannot stand.
This is not going to end well, Chair.
No, wait. The two of you.
Chairperson,
the two of
Chairperson, we were having a discussion about how we're going to patch this, and there she goes again. Now, I'm tired of hearing how people are dying of drugs. No. And then when Mkwanazi stops the drug bust, then it's okay because he's the provincial commissioner. So if she wants to come hard, let's go. Let's go.
When I address,
Chairperson, it's fine. I'm not asking for peace. Let's go. I came for war.
When I address you, you want to behave yourselves like this. Honorable Malema and Honorable Sols.
But thanks, Chairperson. Honorable Adams, please, you must act with restraint. You might be an honorable member, but you are appearing on a different cap where you are now. And the only thing you can do is to act with restraint and respect members of parliament. Because if they are being disrespected by other members of parliament, you are eroding the authority of this committee. Worse, you speak over the chairperson. So I can see if you have a problem with Honorable James, what is the problem with the chairperson? Because chairperson speaks, you speak on top of his voice. It's not done. Let Honorable James say whatever she wants to say. I was saying to Honorable Mateis, you know, politics are a boxing ring. You throw a punch, they're going to throw punches at you. When we speak for long, defending and protecting what you are right to do, whatever you wanted to do, you don't interrupt us. But if she says something you don't like, you interrupt her. Not everybody is going to say what you like here. You're going to sit there and listen to her. And then at an appropriate moment, you'll respond to her. We're not here to get praises or criticism. It goes different ways. All it needs, it's a man who can take punches. And a man, I mean both women and men. So, Chair, I think, please, let's respect the chairperson. When he calls order, we must all come back to order and not challenge his authority over this meeting. It's late in the night, and Honorable James is probably the last one, and unless Honorable Skosana decides to raise his hand. But so far, we are safe.
Honorable Souls,
No, Honorable James and Honorable Adams. Ons sê altyd ons hoor mekaar. Ons kinders watch ons. Honorable James, Honorable Adams has a right to her position. When she says what she says and when she uses her time to say what she sees in the evidence, she has a right to say that. You might disagree. Allow her to finish. Then you respond. And equally so, Honorable James needs to allow you to respond. And you have your belief. But the way we do it, kom ons onthou net, ons het 'n groter responsibility. Ons se kinders kyk ons. And then chairperson, I know, knowing your heart, I know you didn't mean bad. But when South Africa watches us and you make statements like what you made earlier in reference to what it looked like and the narrative that is out there about coloreds and how they speak to each other, that was very offensive. And I would ask you, Chair, to please retract that and apologize too, because we are working very hard to make, especially the classified colored people in South Africa, believe that we are part of this country. We are one nation. We are not some confused race. We are interracially infused. Let's not push narratives like that. So I implore you, Chairperson, to please do so. Thank you.
no, you are very right, Honorable Member. The statement must not be misconstrued to mean exactly that, and I humbly retract it without any condition. Honorable Adams and Honorable James, I was supposed to be adjourning these proceedings by now. Can you please help us to go home? No,
I want to apologize.
I want Honorable James to make a statement. If she decides to address you,
I just want to apologize to the chairperson for speaking over him
Yeah.
and to Honorable James for matching the energy,
that
chairperson.
apology is accepted.
Thank you,
And
Chairperson.
if she decides to address you for the remainder of her time, just look at her.
Yeah.
And once her time expires, then I think everybody will go. And if she allows you time to respond, she will ask and look at you, you respond. But if she decides to address you, accept the address. Thank you. Go ahead, Honorable James.
Thank you so much, Chair. To get my trail of thought back now, Honorable Adams, you mentioned that PKTT members were staying in that hotel that was bought. I put it to you, I've done some research, and I unfortunately cannot disclose exactly what, because it's part of crime intelligence operations. But I'm saying to you that on the 6th of December, that was the last date when certain members of the PKTT was in Gauteng. So I ask you, do you have any evidence that can prove the allegation that you made?
Honorable James, how you get information from crime intelligence is not my business. But this is exactly what Mkwanazi wants me locked up for. But let me say to you, my intelligence information, not intelligence, my information is that those people are staying at the hotel every time they're in Gauteng. I'm saying to you that I am requiring that this committee gets its hands on the financials of that hotel, and the truth will be told. We don't need to revisit that every 5 minutes. Simply ask for the ledger, and there can be no lies in it. It is that simple. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. I think all we would have wanted was maybe some evidence or some form of paperwork or an annexure of that sort, and that would have been okay. I'm going to move on to my next question. With regards to withholding evidence, right? You opened cases, but you did not hand over the documents initially, right? Page 3 of your testimony. On what legal basis did you withhold alleged evidence from SAPS?
Yeah, I couldn't cite your legal clause, but it just made common sense to me not to hand the top secret document over to the very first policeman you come in contact with. All I wanted to do was to wait for the investigating officer who normally contacts you within 24 hours, and I was going to hand it over. The fact that General Peter Jacobs then found fit to do away with my documents is not exactly my fault.
What, do you accept that opening cases without furnishing evidence could prejudice investigations?
When I promise in my statement that I will hand over the information to the investigating officer, no, ma'am.
Okay, here's the contrast. You accuse others of concealment and cover-ups, and yet you admit to withholding information and documents.
I admit to withholding information to give to the investigating officer, unlike the people who I'm accusing who seem to have benefited financially. That is the difference.
Allegations of Mr. Kat Matlala being a cash funnel, right? You say that you believe Mr. Matlala was a cash funnel for General Masemole. What documentary or what evidence, again, supports this statement?
I believe my statement said that he's a cash cow for the corruption, for the corrupt top management of the SAPS.
Again, do you have any evidence? Do you have any
Pussycat Mat-
affidavits? Do you have any reports? Do you have anything?
By admitting that he gave Becky Cele a
I'm
bribe in a
specifically
war.
referring to General Masemole.
No, ma'am. Read it to me.
You state you believe that Mr. Matlala was a cash
Which
funnel.
clause is that?
Page 11.
Which paragraph? Sorry.
I don't have your testimony before me.
Okay. Right. As a matter of fact, I believe that it will soon be known that he was in fact the cash funnel of either General Fani Masimola or Becky Cele or both.
I'm still asking you, what evidence do you have?
You know, Vusikat Matlala essentially puts himself in jail by admitting to have given Becky Cele money in a wool's bags. I'm giving you the evidence.
I'm saying, yes,
Here we
we
go.
dealt with Mr. Adams. We dealt with Mr. Bekitele. We know that he gave you money, right? So I'm asking you about, you also mentioned General Masemole. So I'm asking, do you have anything on hand that can verify
You
that
don't have my statement in front of you, so can I read it to you with understanding? Because whoever's feeding you information is only giving you half of it.
Nobody's feeding me information.
But then read the statement, because you have a copy of the statement. You're reading from your phone.
You've just read page 11.
I hold no brief or sympathy for Kat Matlala. I believe that international syndicates thrive on our shores, but I believe that Mr. Matlala's interest to the brass of the SAPS has little to do with cartels. As a matter of fact, I believe that it will soon be known that he was in fact the cash funnel of either General Fani Masimola or Becky Cele or both. That's what the statement says. Now, the reason Masimola becomes a part of this conversation for me is the 360 million rand tender that was awarded to this man, even when he knew it shouldn't have happened. The 50 million rand payment that was paid to this man, even when he knew it shouldn't have happened. And I'm saying I believe that in the very near future, it will be shown, or it may be shown. I'm not saying that, you know what, I saw with my own two eyes, Vusikat Matlala pay the man. Please, ma'am, do not misconstrue what I'm writing here.
You're changing your position. I'm going to move on.
I'm not changing anything. You want it in the record that I changed my position.
Moving-
I'm saying you can move on all along. That's fine. I'm quite Honorable James.
my
You are
next
trying to twist
question.
my words here, and I am sticking to my story. Sorry, Chairperson.
Honorable members,
Yeah.
no, no, no. No, I'm saying no, Honorable Adams. I'm saying no, Honorable James.
No, Chair, I'm not wrong this time. I'm
You
so
you
patient.
cannot do this to yourselves.
I am so patient today.
Chairperson, as my statement stands, I'm being told that I'm changing my position. I think it's unfair.
You didn't wait for the question that went with that statement. You jumped me.
You let me read this thing 3 times. You didn't tell me there was more
I'm
information.
moving on.
Move along.
And we go ahead.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Chair. Change in your position, right? You state that you once admired General Kwanazi and believe that he should replace the National Commission. Am I correct? Okay, that's on page 13. What specific new evidence caused this complete reversal?
You know, I used to watch General Mukwanazi on TV. I love tough cops. So I love General Andre Lincoln. So I used to love General Mukwanazi. Now, I know that the charges I laid is the reason why General, amongst others, General Kumalo and General Alushaba is arrested. And then this man calls that press conference like weeks later. But the things he says about the politician with the member of parliament with the top secret information and the politicians, especially members of parliament that are shielding cartels. I know this is not true. I know I've broken no law. Immediately my position on this man changes. Why wouldn't it? Imagine I was to accuse you of something you didn't do. Your position on me would change as well. So I've got no reason to back this man. As a matter of fact, unless he gives us some type of proof of the stupid things he said on the 6th of July, he must come here and explain why else he called that press conference. Because everything that he said has now been discredited, in my view.
Your change in position, is it factual in nature or, like you've said, a disagreement in narrative?
The problem that I have is General Mukwanazi has provided no facts. None. That's the problem right here.
And that is why we had witnesses before us that came with evidence.
The
Some
problem,
of them.
the problem that I have is so few witnesses actually came with evidence. Now we must remember something. In any court of law, the burden of proof is on the accuser. Mukwanazi took the stand and made accusations. The burden of proof is on the accuser. That is 100% true. In my case, when I laid the charges against Kumalo and co, the burden of proof was incumbent upon me. This is why I had to hand over documents. Now, what has happened since? I've got no control over.
You accused General Kwanazi of defamation, right? Have you instituted defamation proceedings?
You know, defamation under oath. He was brave enough to call out politicians at the press conference. When he came here, he was brave enough to admit he had no evidence against us. However, the narrative is out there. Diane Kohler-Barnard and I are apparently in bed with cartels. It was defamation, but I'm not stupid enough to waste money on court cases. That's not going to happen. You heard what he said. You heard what he said.
So you haven't laid any charges?
Why would I lay-
Irrespective of the seriousness?
Ma'am, why would I lay charges? The man is going to say, when I got to parliament, I retracted.
Let me show you the contrast here. You label this press conference a PR stunt, yet you make equally strong public accusations without court findings,
As do you.
without evidence.
As do you. There's quite a bit of that going around at the moment.
I'm just pointing it out to you.
No, I'm okay. You know, I don't think there's a single member in this house who's not a little bit hypocritical at times. So let's work together here. I do it, you do it, he does it. The problem is it's only okay when he does it.
Mr. Adams, today I expected you to come with evidence to back all of these allegations.
You know, Honorable James. Oh, sorry.
Everything is based on how you feel.
Honorable James. The purchase of the hotels, the evidence is with the chair. That's not how I feel. The breach in the SAP's media policy, it's with the chair. That's not how I feel. Please, don't play Mkwanazi's game. Don't.
Oh, Mr. Adams, you're very dramatic.
I learned
you
from the
agree with
best.
me?
I watched it quite a bit.
Would you agree with me that many or most of your serious allegations are framed as personal belief? I believe, in my view, rather than supported by sworn, forensic, or documentary proof.
The biggest issue that I have is that I laid cases against top brass of SAPS. They are before the court. Those are the ones that Mkwanazi wants reduced to HR issues. I am here defending my right to do the right thing.
In closing, do you accept that making such allegations in a parliamentary inquiry without conclusive evidence could in itself prejudice due process?
Let me ask you a question. Oh, wait, no, I'm not allowed to ask questions. Let me make a statement. I've brought 10 times more information than Mkwanazi did. There, that's the fact.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable James.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Benevolent Chairperson.
Earlier on in the proceedings,
I think Honorable Skosana's hand was up, Chairperson.
yeah, no, I will go to him. Look at me. Earlier on in the proceedings, you said that former Speaker, Honorable Mapisang Akula, made a statement that General Mukwanas was absent during the 2021 uprisings.
Yes, Chairperson.
Where was that statement made?
The Mail and Guardian, Chairperson.
Eh?